Still chatter on the radio. Let's talk to Anita. Let's find out what Anita wants. What is it, Aether? Is there anything that would make things better around here? Honestly, in my opinion, that fence can't get sturdy enough. I've driven through enough of this state to know that it's full of all kind of queries. If we can make some kind of stone fence, I'd sleep better at night. Even those monsters would find it mighty hard to claw through rock. I wanted to ask you something else. Is there anything you'd like me to look for out in the field? My drinking days are past me, thank the Lord. But I still count chocolate as a vice. Alexander spoiled me something awful with some of those fancy truffles when he was alive, and since his passing they've always brought up fond memories of him. Aside from that, well, deodorant if you can find it. When you're out on the road, you don't exactly get a lot of time to shower. I'd be embarrassed to tell you how much I counted on that stuff to make me feel like I could be seen in public during a long trip. Understood. Alright. Let's keep going. Let's talk to the nurse. The nurse! I'm really sorry about your loss. Oh, I'm not. I think we all feel that way, and lately. How's your head? It's fine. I did the best I could. Thanks, I'm grateful. It was nothing. Well, you were pretty beat up, but I'm glad I could help. Too young to be a doctor. Are you studying medicine? Are you a nurse? So how did you end up here? We'll talk later. So nothing that I could really do to pan that out. Let's talk to the cop. Not want to equip a weapon before you go out there. So you feeling okay? I'm trying not to think about it. Oh, I get ya. Way to go, Joel. Sorry I brought that up. Not a problem. What do you think would make this place better? Let's see, guess I sure would feel a lot better if that fence was sturdier. Never did a good job keeping the middle school students from busting in and rearranging the letters on the bulletin board. I still don't know what's funny about a rusty trombone. Better fence. Let's see what we can do. Alright. Let's get a move on. Let's get a move on to the first mission. First mission. Let's go. Oh, I have to hit M. Got it. This is the world map. The setting of dead state locations are distinguished from each other by the legend at the left of the screen. You can travel from place to another with a single left click. Before you travel, there are several very important things to consider. 1. Traveling takes time, both to and from your destination, so keep a close eye on the watch at the bottom of the screen. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I totally skipped that help. Basically, if I remember that help dialogue correctly from before, I don't want to be out past sundown. Once you've arrived at that destination in the outside world, it's time to take careful control of yourself and your allies in order to be successful at scavenging and surviving. Currently, your main character is selected, and you're able to swap between characters either by using the tab key or by cycling between them and clicking directly on their portrait. When a character is selected, you can still use C to check out their character stats and I to examine their inventory and equipment, and manipulate their equipped items in the standard combat section. When one character is active outside of combat, you can right-click on their character to heal them if you have a medical satchel equipped with charges, or trade with them. Moving around the party, you can hit the J key to toggle between moving as a group or moving individually. Be wary, leaving the character alone for too long could be potentially very dangerous. To leave an area, walk to the exit grid. But be warned, any characters who are knocked out will be left on the map to die. So you have to collect everyone before your party travels forth. The hardware store is right up ahead. Best best we be as quiet as we can. Looks quiet, but there's no telling who or what still here. Understood. Let's get to the hardware store. Let's get moving. I know basic stuff about this game. Basic stuff. It's important to note that Dead State uses a fog of war system. You will not be able to see enemies until they are within the line of sight. This can make close quarters like hallways or high shelves very dangerous, so proceed with caution. The undead, being as they are, have far less spatial awareness than a normal human, and will tend not to notice you unless you or your allies are very close. To finish this one off quickly, move somewhat close to it and quickly hit the spacebar to begin combat. Alright. Just like you did before, you've got another undead shambler in your way that you need to take out. However, this time, you have a team with you, and some other things you may consider during combat. The upper right-hand corner shows the turn order. Both allies and enemies attack. This shows the initiative order, which is influenced by character's perception. Mine is very, very low. To which one... Blah. To switch from one character with an equipped weapon to another, simply right-click it, select Set Active, and there's no AP cost for switching one-handed items. There's a penalty of 2 AP to switch from a two-handed one. Good to know. If you have a two-handed item, you go to switch to a one-handed or another two-handed. It costs some AP. In addition to this, many weapons have alternate attacks or abilities accessed by right-clicking on the icon of the equipped weapon. To use the alternate attack, simply click one from the list, the alternate attack, blah, blah, blah. Guns and other ranged weapons will occasionally need to be reloaded. Right-click, select reload, spend the AP. Note that you will need to have the appropriate ammo to reload this. Healing in combat requires a medical satchel, which we've been over, and at least one charge. Healing costs 4 AP. Characters healing themselves can do so freely, while characters healing others have to be right next to each other. One thing to note about healing, the more you heal in the field, the lower your max HP gets until you rest and recover. So it might be best to hold off on healing until it's really necessary. If an ally blocks you in combat, you can switch places with them for 2 AP. Simply right-click until you see 2 hands joining together. Then click. And note that you can only do this if neither ally is prone or KO'd. Other options you've got fight or party commands, which allow you to give special orders to your allies and gain more of these by putting points into leadership. Once you access party commands, simply click on the megaphone at the bottom of the screen below the AP counter, which is right there, and select the desired command. Remember, not only do the commands have cooldown times, but they only work when you've got allies with you in combat. Combat character can both suffer and inflict a number of statuses, each one short-term or a long-term effect, and should appear next to the portrait. Mouse over them to read about how they help or hurt you. Status effects of particular concern is infected, which means the character has become a carrier of the undead virus, and when they die, they will soon rise as a walking corpse. That is cool. If character's health, their hit points, HP listed below their portrait, is depleted, they are listed as knocked out. If they lose health every round until they are revived via medical item. If a character is not healed from KO status, they will die. Please note, if the main character dies, game over. So be careful not to put them in situations where death is unavoidable. Combat will end when the enemies are dead or non-hostile, and will be terminated by player plus the spacebar. Blah 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 blah. So, crippled. What is crippled? I want to see what crippled does. I do not get to see what crippled does. It's the end of this person's turn. You, walk on up there and get mauled. You, walk on up here and don't get mauled. And now the main character is about to get mauled. Oh, hey. Crippled prevented the zombie from actually hitting me. What does Wild Swing do? Not worth... Oh, it's... Wild Swing does a lot more damage. I a lot more. We're gonna use basic attack. Conk. Now that you're out of combat, it's time to scrounge to look something to fix that fence with. Containers should have small glow near them. You can toggle loot detection on and off by clicking Z. I want... Hey, an arrow. Let's just take an arrow. Arrows are cool, right? Right? Wait, I can't loot that. Okay. Aw, there's a wall here. And a lootable van. Ooh, I like that. I like that little box. What is in here? Oh, this is a supermarket. Let's check out what's in here. Oh, Diamondback Hardware. Huh, they just left that hardware store completely unlocked. Let's check out what's lootable in here. Alright. So this up here is the sound indicator. I want to make sure that the sound indicator is pretty low. Ooh, spare parts, some candles, a claw hammer, and a screwdriver. We'll just pick all that up. What's over here? An axe! Parts and a machete. Well, I do know who's going to have an axe equipped. We're just going to equip that axe. It is a noise level 4. That hammer looks pretty neat, but not as nice as that wrench. Not much looks nicer than that wrench. What is break? Set active. Break is an attack, huh? Let's try break. Break costs 6 HP. Or 6 AP. Let's use it. Oh, that just... Oh! I broke that I broke that axe over that zombie. Suddenly zombie. That's right, Pooterbo. Suddenly zombie. Zombies only spawn when, Zombies only spawn when I can see them. So... Parts, screwdriver. Ooh, a lantern. Ooh, another wrench. And seed packets. We're totally taking all of this. Is a locked door. Locked doors can be opened one of two ways. If the character is a lockpick, and the appropriate level and mechanical skill to use it, or they can attempt to pick the lock. The second method is to try to bash the door down, which can cause a fair amount of noise. Mind you, that some doors are too strong to be bashed. This door is getting bashed down. And I did it in one swing. Man, Aether Hunter is mighty strong. Super strong sledgehammer. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, hey. This guy found a zombie. I've got 75% chance to hit him. It didn't work. Can you swing again? Nope, you can't swing again. You need to move here. You've got a claw hammer. Hit that thing. You didn't hit that thing. Move out of the way. Let me hit this thing. When I hit this thing, it's... Oh no, I can't hit this thing! I don't have the AP! And it's gonna maul me! That's okay, I'd rather it mauled me instead of, you know, anybody else. Yeah, thunk it for 0 damage. Yeah, you're mighty indeed. Hit it for... Once again, you hit it... Oh, you hit it for 18 that time. Way to do. Way to do. Way to hit it for 18 points of damage. You hit it for 20. You can't hit it anymore. I missed. How did I miss? I have an 80% chance to hit. Ugh. Well, I missed again. Oh man, I have so much base. I have so much melee. So much melee. How am I missing so much? Well, at least they're missing me. Thunk. Alright, so the police officer finally was useful. Oh, the police officer has a hunting shotgun. I didn't realize the police officer was that awesome. We're going to go back to this guy. I did not know the police officer had a hunting shotgun. Makes sense. Lockpick. Sledgehammer.